Hello swimmers and coaches, I'm Robin Ouimet, here on behalf of Masters Swimming Canada. In this video, we'll show one coach's way of integrating triathletes into a Masters swim training program. We'll include psychological tips, how to recruit triathletes, and an actual workout filled with technique. Triathletes often find their watery home in a Masters club, whether they are seasoned competitors who wish to fix their stroke and train with a group, or rookies whose only objective is to finish the swim in one piece. Their specific needs require a bit of extra attention. However, there are advantages to the whole team besides just growing your numbers. Other swimmers may be inspired to try longer distance races, or take up running as the weight-bearing cross-training exercise that helps increase bone density and prevent osteoporosis. Our coach Doug Vanderby founded the North Toronto Masters in 1992. With 11 swimmers at the first practice, today they're a powerhouse. In 2009, his talent was recognized by Masters Swimming Canada as he received the Coaching Excellence Award. Besides his expertise in swimming, Doug is an ACE certified personal trainer. He leads the strength and conditioning program at the University of Toronto's High Performance Centre. Doug is equally impressive in the water. In 2009, he set national records in the 50, 100, and 200 meters breaststroke, with times that will land him squarely in the FINA top 10 in the 50 to 54 age category.
What if you want to recruit a bunch of triathletes and it looked like this? What if you could turn it into this? Coach's dream. If you can make your triathletes swim like this, you know you're doing a good job. So, on the top, the training philosophy we take with triathletes is we train them as 400 swimmers. I think that's just good for them, but before I get up to that 400 distance, I believe in keeping their technique. And there are some coaches, and I'm talking elite coaches, that have some very fast distance swimmers, and they don't go under or over 400 meters a set. Now they may do 10 400s on 420, okay, which is basically just straight swimming for you and I, if we make the pace. But with triathletes, I build them up to the 400 distance because it's important to keep the technique. I also sprint my triathletes for numerous reasons. One is when there's rough weather and they're going through waves, to have that extra power to power through the waves I think is important. And obviously with the mass start. Once we get into our season, when we start doing 200s, 300s, 400s, one thing I will do is ask them to swim that first 100 pretty much quicker than the rest of the 400, the 300, just so that initially, if it's 8 400s we're going to do, that first 100 of the 400 is going to be very, very fast, so they can kind of mimic that mass start that you guys seem to like to do, crawling all over each other and so barbaric that you don't see master swimmers do because we're a little more civilized. This year we've taken the approach of doing a lot of drills and technique work. Triathletes definitely need this technique work, but even the higher level swimmers in the club can always use stroke and technique work. And with triathletes, you got to keep it simple. And loose hands is just getting your body out front, keeping the hands relaxed, and having your body on a horizontal plane in the water. Head down, and I want you to kick, take a deep breath, and kick, and just keep your hands nice and relaxed in front of you. 225s. And then we go in from loose hands into one breath and then head down, front crawl. Again, talking about the alignment in the water, high elbows, pulling through. A lot of you triathletes swim through the water relaxed. Sarcasm, all right? And shaky hands just relaxes the stroke. And you can keep them nice and relaxed and shake your hands and pull. And what this does is this loosens you up, okay? This will loosen you up instead of and getting all that lactic acid built up, all right?
My name's Rod McDonald, and I compete in Ironman triathlon. And when I started swimming a few years ago, I could swim maybe 25 meters in a pool. And I did my own thing for a couple of years, and in both my first and second Ironman, swam 92 minutes. And then after a season of swimming with Doug and the Masters crew, I brought it down to 78 minutes. So really big improvement, and I attribute that entirely to Doug and swimming with the rest of the team. So it's been great.
When we walk, if you try to slow it down, you activate your core and you get a little wobbly. Stronger your core, the less wobblier you'll get. And that's what we're trying to almost emphasize here with this drill, because triathletes just love to go fast. You do not rush this drill. This is nice and controlled. It just offers a lot of body awareness in the water on where you are and just slowing it down. They don't do enough of that.
My name is Jennifer, and I'm a master swimmer. I've swam in summer club when I was a kid and lifeguarded through university. When I moved to Toronto, this was the first kind of place I found to find a home, and Doug's been a great coach. And the one thing that I really like about our Masters Club is that he encourages all of us to go to a swim meet a year.
First group of two are going to go down the pool together, and you look at the faster swimmer and you try to mimic how he is swimming, nice and long. When you're going down, I want this nice and efficient and long. So David, you look at Eric. Eric's reaching, you reach. It's also a great team building skill. Some of you have never met each other before because you're over in lane 6 and lane 1. Usually it's fastest to slowest. So we mix it up this way, and it's just a good team thing to do. When you do the Tarzan drill, you can't really cross over because you're going to sink. So if you can take this and incorporate it into your swimming and just keep that Tarzan thing happening, but now in a horizontal position in the water with your body, your head looking down, that gives you a key jumping point to a lot of stroke stuff that we do afterwards. Your shoulders are rotating your body. Remember, my belief is you don't swim from your hips. You swim when you reach forward and it rotates your hips and you pull from your core. Okay? So this is causing you to do that. Okay, because your core is rotating because you're above the water. And then when you go down, then you're coming into it. Pull from your core. Extend your shoulder forward and your hips will naturally rotate. This year, we've taken the position with the coaching staff to body position on the water. And this is so absurdly simple. People like to kick like this, and their head is up and their butt sinks. And the proper way, because we want to teach everyone aligning in the water, is the board's out front, your head's down, taking a breath, kicking. Some swimmers do have shoulder problems. We just have to be aware of that, so we're not putting too much stress on the shoulders. But as you can see, it's a total different style of kicking. You'll also see the use of the snorkel, and that allows them to keep their head down big time.